Neal, obviously a very different proposition tomorrow. Obviously we've played teams down the bottom and teams challenging for the playoffs, but Oldham's sort of in mid-table. What do you make of the game?
Obviously it's going to be tough because it's away from home. A club that's been in the league for many years. Obviously since David's come in there, they've had a sort of quite a high number of turnover of players where they've tried to improve the squad, and a little bit similar to Scunthorpe, who are down the bottom. I think they've signed some really good players for the level. When I go through their squad list and I look at it, it's strong, and I think they've had an upturn in their results over the last couple of months, which has got them from the bottom up to mid-table. So we're under no illusions. There's a lot of good players there, and we're going to have to play at least as well as we did against Bournemouth last week.
I suppose you've sort of touched on it there, but do you think Oldham are a team that perhaps the position in the table doesn't quite reflect where they're at?
Yeah, I think it's because of everything that happened, in the first half of the season, and now they've sort of picked up, and like you say, they're in no man's land. They've got nothing to lose in any of their games, but they've got good players. If I went through their list, there would be several players that I think are good players and I would be interested in at this football club, so that's always a good sign.
How keen are you to replicate the good home form that we've had recently on the road?
We're just trying to keep a little bit of we had a bad time, and after the Altrincham game we talked about it, we were down, and we really felt we lacked confidence, we were low, and we've sort of worked very hard to try and build that back up, and then we've had 4 wins, so we're in a position now where we're not going to go down, and the likelihood of going up is very slim. So let's go and, I always say, try and have fun with it, but let's try and just go and play football without any sort of woes or pressures on our shoulders, because that served us well in the last couple of games.
A player who does look like good fun is Junior, who signed yesterday, a left back. Obviously it's the first time that we spoke to you on camera since he signed. Just what do you make of him as a player?
Yeah, he's different to everything we've got. He's attack minded fullback. He's very he's very quick, great change of direction. He's got good feet. Obviously he's got, as all players up at this level, he's got stuff he needs to work on. But he's a player I looked at, like I said before, when a few years back when he was at Millwall as a young lad, and it was his first loan then, and he's gone away and he's played a bit of men's football. I just want to have a look. Any loan player we brought in, we talked to the chairman and the board about it. It was always going to be with a view to, we're looking at players that might be of interest next season as well, and it's good to get them in the building.
Obviously it was his second day of training today. From what I saw out there, he looked very, very sharp. Was that how you saw it?
Yeah, no, really, really sharp. Yeah, so I've got a decision to make whether I throw him straight in or take my time with him. But he looked very good, and I think the lads can see the qualities he's got.
Another one that we've seen out on the grass this week, Jack Stevens. Where is he in his recovery?
Yeah, he's done a lot of work. Like I said, he had a lot of sort of niggles and fatigue issues when he came. So I think with Jack, you've got a player who's gone from part-time training to full-time. You have to work out everything that you need to do needs to be right. So first and foremost, he's joined in training. His load levels have got to be steadily increased, and then we'll get him to a point where we feel that he can do himself justice on the pitch, and we'll see what happens from there on in.